You guys, and welcome everybody for watching. It's we're doing another open comedy, open podcast. I don't know the title.
Open English open mic podcast.
English open mic podcast. So same as this year, we've been doing an English speaking open mic at the Full Club, and this is the podcast before, and we have like two guests that will be on the show later on, and both of them are Romanian.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be fantastic.
Very Romanian.
Oh my god, I think everybody watching is already hating us.
Just because we speak English.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying that we don't do it in Romanian, but then again, we're trying to get like the expat community involved and interested. So if you're Romanian, you're not important enough for us.
Sorry.
So let's meet David, who apologized. David Morar?
Yes.
Or is it David Morar?
It depends who I'm talking to. It's either David Morar or it's David Morar.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I am. I'm either Radu Isac or Radu Isac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah.
I don't want to. I like having people pronounce my name the way they want it.
Of course, the same. Everybody asks me, is it Dave? Is it David? I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It matters none at all.
It just matters that we don't have this conversation for the rest of my life.
Exactly. Although, to be fair, I think we're safe because we don't have specific Romanian letters in our names.
There's a comedian called Pătrășcan in London, and nobody knows his name.
He should change it. He should definitely change it.
He used to be called Preda, but then he changed to Pătrășcan. I think he just wants like the success, but like the long-term success.
Oh, he's not interested in short-term gain.
Yeah, no, all the shortcuts they're for mainstream people.
Okay.
People with tattoos. And we have Toni here with a tattoo.
Hey guys.
I don't know. I think tattoos are kind of mainstream right now.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah.
But when I got mine, they weren't. So.
Okay, yeah.
I'm ahead of the curve.
Yeah, but that's also the downside of tattoos. If the curve changes, you still have the tattoo.
That's true.
You're stuck.
But I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not one of the bad mainstream things yet.
I think it was a bad thing like years ago when there was some cliches in Romania about people having tattoos. When you had a tattoo, that it meant something, that you either came from jail or something. I don't know. There were some bad associations with tattoos before.
I feel like in the UK, the bad association with tattoos is just that you're a dumb person with no.
Wow.
It's not like a criminality thing. It's just like, well, this guy is just kind of living day by day, and he's gonna.
Really?
Toni?
This guy doesn't have a long-term plan.
No, I think
Like when I see a lot of people with shitty jobs in the UK that work at like Starbucks and they have like a neck tattoo.
Well, that's different though. I think it's like how visible is your tattoo is like where do you want to go in life?
Yeah, that's true as well. That matters as well.
Like hidden is fine, but then like neck, face, you're either a rapper or nothing.
But then I don't really appreciate people with very hidden tattoos.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feels disingenuous.
I mean, it's for them and their special someone to discover, right?
That's not that great of a thing to discover. Some color on your skin. I'm not gonna. Oh my God, the sex is now amazing. Now that I can look at the butterfly.
I mean, I didn't necessarily mean a tramp stamp, but I get what you're going for. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it's hidden, it has to be a tramp stamp or.
I mean, like if it's something
or a name,
here,
maybe a name.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Do you have Tony's from Suceava? Do you feel like Botoșani? Sorry. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh my God! No, you didn't.
Oh, the rest of the country doesn't care. But then, do you feel like in Botoșani people you'd get like a negative reaction to your tattoo?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. But in the first, when did you get it? What year?
Oh, this was done like 8 or 9 years ago.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, it's a work in progress. This is not finished yet.
It looks pretty good for 8 or 9 years ago. Yeah.
Wow. No,
but I wasn't living in Botoșani anymore when I got the tattoo. So now when I go back, the only people that my mom got used to it.
Okay.
My grandma was every time she saw me, she was like, "You need to wash that off. You need to take it off."
It's like I tried, Grandma. It doesn't
come off.
What's it of, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it's a combination of two tattoos, basically, one in the front and one in the back. It's an archetype of the magician, and here is the lotus flower with 1001 petals. It's a mandala, basically.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
This one looks more aggressive than this one. Feels like this one is for friends and this one is for foes.
might be,
Okay.
but I don't see life that way. So
Do you
they're
have
both
any?
for me.
Sorry. Do you have any like foreign language tattoos, like languages you don't understand, like a Chinese symbol or something?
No.
Okay. Those I think are fun.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
like people that don't know what they tattoo
Yeah.
onto their like.
Feels like this. The smaller the world gets, the sillier that tattoo is. Like 20 years ago, China just felt very far away.
Yeah.
Now it's you can get there.
Yeah, you can use Google Translate on your phone to figure it out.
There's the Shazam for that letter.
It's like, oh, it says poop. Oh God, I thought it said wisdom. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't be like too smart within like 3 words. There's nothing too smart to say in 3 words.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
can write a poetry like or Chinese. What are they called?
Haikus.
Haikus.
Yeah.
It's Japanese haiku, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those aren't smart either. They're just like a similarity in the world. There's nothing smart about.
It's just a true thing. That's
It's
it.
just like the same the 22nd of the 2nd of the 2022 people get excited about. That's a haiku.
Good.
What?
You know when people
No.
get excited about the date, that it has like the same numbers in the date.
No, that's not haiku.
Oh yeah, but it's the
When you
same
say-
muscle that makes gets excited.
I see what you mean. I
It's
see
the
what you
same.
mean. So far we've established that Radu hates everything.
Oh yeah. I'm
Just
one of those
with
people.
bad-
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
he had a bad morning this morning. That's all.
I had an amazing morning, but
wow.
then it kind of ate up into the rest of my day. So my morning kind of I woke up at 3 p.m. basically.
So great mornings are bad too.
If they
It can be.
Last too long.
Everything has a downside. Yeah. So let's introduce David more because David lives in America
Yes, I do.
basically.
Yes.
So that's why he notices everything that's not like over the top optimistic.
Of course, if something's not amazing and great, then there's something wrong with it.
Yeah. Then the person is sad and
Yeah.
needs to go see a therapist.
Absolutely, therapy's great, by the way, and I'm not joking. It's great.
Okay, I am actually writing an Edinburgh show about how therapy isn't great. Sorry to say.
I mean, personally, I think it's amazing, but it's not just because I live in the U.S. But to give a little intro on myself. I'm David. I live in the United States currently. Okay. I'm a visiting scholar at the George Washington University Elliott School of International Affairs, and I've been in the U.S. for about 11 years now. I did my master's. I did my PhD there. And the reason why I'm here and later tonight at the show is because I also do stand-up comedy in Washington, D.C.
Okay. So when did you start stand-up in Washington, D.C.? We don't care about any of the previous stuff.
the serious stuff.
Yeah. Who cares about that?
This is not Antenna Stars.
No, it's good.
No, what's the one that kind of...
iTalent.
DG? I don't know. Who would care about all...
Nobody. Literally nobody
No,
cares.
people care.
I don't know about that.
You're gonna buy a house very soon, right?
I don't know. But do you know something?
But just by the number of degrees you stated.
Hopefully. But I don't know. I'm banking on that, because if not, then I'm screwed. I'm an overeducated dummy.
Okay.
That knows how to make jokes, I guess.
I guess it would be more disappointing to not have a house and have those diplomas.
Exactly.
But that won't happen. I trust you having a house.
Thank you. See, you're being positive. I appreciate that. See?
Oh yeah. Well, I am. I don't have the diplomas. I'm just a comedian, so I'm very positive of other people's wealth because
nice.
I know sooner or later I'm gonna be dependent on it. I know each one of my friends that will own a house.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, you can crash everywhere, so it'll be good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Next time I'm in DC and I have a house.
Okay, perfect.
You're welcome to crash.
Nice.
Once I have a
two
house.
friends in DC now.
There you go.
Talked about Bogdan.
Yeah.
Pano,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So, So I
you
started,
do stand up there, yeah?
Yes, I started comedy in 2008, but not in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
I did my master's in a place called Penn State.
Okay.
The Pennsylvania State University. It's in the middle of nowhere. Quite literally, there's nothing around it. It's just the woods.
Okay.
And the little town, which is very, pretty and stereotypically American, is, has a couple of theaters, a couple of bars, and one of our professors ran a class on improv, actually.
Okay.
And there were a bunch of us in the class, and we said we should do some stand up.
Okay.
And somebody spoke to the bookers at one of the clubs. It was just like a regular club that had a stage for bands.
Yeah.
Not comedy. So on a Sunday night when there wasn't any American football on, we had a show, and it was like 5 of us, and we all like asked our friends to come, and it was packed, and it was great. And I think I went second, and I was so scared.
Okay.
I was so terrified, but I did so well because I practiced like hell for the week and a half before it. And then the next week, it wasn't a day off from football.
Yeah.
But we did it again, and nobody came, and it was just 4 people in the audience, and I did the same exact jokes that killed the week before, and nobody laughed, and it was just silence. And I think not only did they not laugh, they were angry because that was the spot where they usually came to watch American football.
Okay.
And the giant TV was right behind us, and it was showing nothing. So they were angry, and they thought that maybe by being like actively angry, they'll make us stop.
So basically, that's when you started comedy.
Yeah.
When you had the second shitty gig.
Exactly. That's when I was like, holy shit, I like this too. I'm gonna continue doing this.
So how long did you do it there for? Like in Penn State?
I did it for about a year.
Okay. How big is like the town? What's like the biggest stand-up name you'd see there?
So here's the thing. Obviously, the U.S. has the parallel track of touring comedians, which is colleges.
Yeah,
so you'd have a bunch of big names come in, but do like sets on campus in the big auditorium. It'd fill out. I went and I watched Jerry Seinfeld. He did like his full new number.
What year was that in?
2009, I think.
Fuck.
2010, yeah.
That's amazing, yeah.
It was great.
I know he stopped doing colleges in like 2011 or something.
Well, yeah. Well, he said that he's not going to do it because of the PC culture and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He did it before that, yeah.
But then also to get an idea of how big the college industry in general is, they can afford to bring in Jerry Seinfeld.
Of course.
That's how big the tuition is there.
Well, yes, clearly, yes. It's very expensive. But it's great because you get to see all these people, and I wrote for an unofficial student blog.
Okay.
So I went and I wrote the review of Jerry Seinfeld. Like, I get to write the fucking review of Jerry Seinfeld. It's like this kid that's done stand-up for 5 months.
Did you say anything negative in the
review?
review?
No, of course not. I was like, Jerry Seinfeld's a genius. Yeah, so, I mean, it was amazing because I got to experience it, and then, I had watched stand-up before, and I was a huge nerd about it, and really followed a bunch of comedians. And then I got there, I was like, oh, I can do this too? Great.
Oh, fuck, nice.
Yeah.
And then you moved straight to Washington, and now you perform there regularly.
I moved to another place for a year that was not a fun place.
Okay.
Didn't have time for stand-up because I was, pursuing one of those many degrees.
Yeah.
I was trying really hard to make it work.
Well, you're going to get the house.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. And then I started back up in 2016, actually.
16, okay.
Because I was like, I can't just be a nerd every day. I need to relax.
I wasn't going to say anything.
No, that's fine.
I felt like Tony was itching.
Yeah, he's
No, I didn't even notice.
Now, Tony works in IT as well, right? You used to work in IT.
I
Wow.
used to
You
work.
guys have stuff in common, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I know people that work in IT. I feel like we're all...
IT people.
Yeah, of course.
I-
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so it was 2016 you started with Washington Comedy?
Yes.
And how
Yes.
often do you perform there?
I tried to go up once, twice a week.
Okay.
Mostly so the DC comedy scene is really cool because there's a lot of places to go up. There's a lot of mics where, You have to sign up in advance. People have to know you. So there's a lot of free shows.
Yeah.
But there's also a bunch of shows over the weekend where it feels like the DC comedy scene, I would say, is probably like the 4th or 5th biggest scene in DC, in the US.
So it's like New York,
LA, Chicago,
Boston,
and then probably DC. Because, and you know,
Portland?
like Atlanta,
okay.
There's a few more, but DC, there's a lot of, and here's how I know that there's a lot of New York City comedians coming down to DC to record their like hour or half an hour.
Yeah.
So like they know the audience is there and is like ready to go for it. They're interested in the experience of being in Washington DC and the, you know, turbulent time and all that stuff. And then on top of it, it's, you know, there's so many cool bars and clubs where you can record. So, you know, it's worth it for everybody.
Okay. So how do the open mics look at like the big clubs with like the Improv? How's the open mic there?
I've never gone up there, but
Okay.
for those you also have to like sign up and kind of pass.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that have done it, but you know it's a great thing to do, but it's not like the LA scene where, you know, you try to get up on the Improv and it's like a bucket situation. You know, they pull out. It's a bit kind of like they have to make sure that you're okay, you're good. Like,
so basically in LA, what they do, I'm just going to explain it quickly. They just like 40 people sign up, and then there's a guy that pulls name out of the bucket, and as if your name gets pulled, you're then not the next one, but the following one up.
Absolutely.
And it's sort of the audience is basically just other open micers.
Yeah, which is
waiting to get up.
Which is just dreadful.
Yeah, but
it's great. No, but it's great. But it's just like
that's how it works there. And also, if you hit like 3 a night, then you kind of numbers say you're gonna make one. You're gonna yeah. That's how it works there.
I mean, you've done it for a little bit. Right?
I've done a bit
in LA.
Yeah. I've done a Romanian show in Washington, which is kind of
nice.
Which is really good. Yeah. I really enjoyed that one.
I'm assuming you did in Romanian.
Yeah, in Romanian.
Nice.
Is there a big Romanian community in Washington?
Big enough, yeah.
I think we had maybe like 50 people or 60. But
good.
then it's the smaller the community, the more from those community come to the show.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed.
Yeah. Okay.
Because then there's really nothing Romanian there for them.
Happening, yeah.
I mean, you know, I see a lot of events happening that are specifically for Romanians, and they keep going. So I'm assuming there's enough of a community there for people to, you know, to bring stars from Romania to do shows and stuff. So
do you go to those shows?
No.
Okay. Let me ask you. Okay, let's not talk about that then.
Sure.
I know you're a bad Romanian.
I'm a very bad Romanian.
Do you talk about being Romanian on stage there?
I did a couple of times, and it got laughs specifically because they know nothing about Romania.
Yeah, you can sort of make anything up.
Exactly, and literally that's one of my jokes. It's like, as far as you guys know, I could be the 4th most popular Romanian in Romania.
Yeah.
Like, you don't. You know, there's no stereotype about Romanians, which is amazing.
The thing that annoys me in London, so London they do kind of have stereotypes about Romanian.
Oh, yeah.
But even because they know more, it really annoys me when I talk to somebody. Say, "Oh, you must be the most famous comedian in Romania." Not by far, but they kind of assume that. Well, if you're here, you must have just accomplished the shit out of Romania.
Of course, yeah.
That's you've done that like in 1 or 2 years, and now you're here to impress us.
Yeah, of course. It's like you've sidestepped everything else that you have to like accomplish and just like made it to London. But that's really cool though. How did you choose London over the US?
Oh, I had a visa to go to London and didn't have a visa to go to the US. But also now that I'm in London, I actually like it more. I really do. I feel like I like Europe more. I guess so I travel around Europe like a lot. So they have like a nice English speaking scene. And so this is the 5th. So I think I have a show in Linz tonight. I know when it's coming out. It's coming out on the 5th of March.
Oh, okay.
In Linz?
Linz? It's like a city in Austria.
Like the chocolate.
Is there a chocolate Linz?
Lindt?
Linz.
Oh, then definitely not like the chocolate.
Okay.
Sorry, I like chocolate.
But basically, I like the UK also. It's just like 2 hours time difference. So when I was in America just for like 3 months, if I was gonna talk to somebody home, it was always like either midnight for me and morning for them, or the other way around.
Yeah.
And it's like a weird extra disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
And also you have to plan like trips way further in advance. I can be in Bucharest within like 4 hours with not too much of a expense.
Yeah. That's
Unless
pretty cool.
it's Christmas or yeah.
That's true.
So I like that. Then England is more dense, so you can basically just drive to gigs.
Nice.
In America, it would all if you're gonna be a touring comedian, I know that from American and Canadian comedians, you basically have to drive for like 12 hours between gigs.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to drive, so
Okay.
to begin with, I mean I'm not there yet, but to begin with, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. And also, it just feels so incredibly boring. You're by yourself in like a tiny car for 10 hours.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know if I want. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'd be able to do that, just psychologically.
I don't know. I don't really mind being so like in Europe. I just kind of travel by myself. But then whenever I get to the place, I have like a show and people at the show to drink with. So it feels like the perfect
Nice.
combination to actually see Europe, but without being nagged by somebody.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
Tony's like, great. Talk
Yeah.
more about the UK and America, you
but
bastards.
no,
I
Tony
did-
lived in London, right?
I lived in London for 4 years. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I loved it. I loved it.
Do you get to do stand up there, Tony?
I never got the chance to do stand up. I started stand up when I came back from London to Romania. So
Did you ever go and see stand up in London?
yeah, I saw you. I saw a couple of your shows.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
like before you.
Like proper stand up. Yeah, I think I saw.
proper stand-up.
Ooh, snap.
No, I mean proper stand.
Let's keep talking about America.
Yeah. I think that was about you saying people with tattoos
No,
aren't
I
very
mean-
smart.
No. It was about the fact that last time when I saw him on stage was a what was the name of the show? The Borscht Comedy Night.
Yeah.
So it was with people from all around Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
So it was a Borscht Comedy Night. So proper stand up. I mean proper English stand
Yeah,
up.
that's true.
It's a show that we run in London, so yeah, if you're... Oh, fuck, it's on the 4th, I think, so you just missed it.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's on the 5th, it's on a Wednesday. So it's on if it's a Wednesday today. Okay, go
So
ahead.
there you
sorry.
go. Yeah. So
Trying
no,
to promote.
I never had the chance to. I wanted to go see Jimmy Carr at some point, but I don't know, something happened and I couldn't make the show, and that was it.
Okay.
But I mean, when I was in London, my schedule was packed, so I only had free time in weekends, and I was doing other things. Back then, I wasn't that much into comedy. I was
Okay.
only when I got back home from London.
You felt like you need comedy in your
Yeah,
life.
I need something funny. Otherwise,
Yeah. In London, I can live without comedy, but come Romania, fucking hell, I need to laugh.
it's too much. Yeah, we need help.
Okay. So, how do you feel about this? Is because I think we both live outside of Romania, and generally people don't like the diaspora. They don't like. I've heard this is valid in other countries as well, like Jamaicans that go to the UK, they make a shit ton of money, and then they come back to Jamaica. People don't like them in Jamaica anymore.
No, I think more people should be doing that. Actually, I'm the other way around.
Oh, okay.
Because I think people like you guys who studied abroad or worked abroad and made money there, made experience. More that you can make here, I guess. But have some experience and have seen how things go and how they should work.
Yeah.
I believe they at some point should come back and try
But when
to
you
do
came back,
things better here.
did you find that people didn't like you, or kind of thought you were talking over them, or I don't know, thought you knew better than them just because you're from a different place? Or
I never bragged about it though.
never brag. Okay.
So
So that's our
no,
problem.
I mean,
yeah.
when it did came up in conversations, people usually asked me why did I came back?
Yeah.
Why did you come back?
That
Why?
makes sense.
It like you had the job, you had the house, you have the garden, you had everything. You had a
Yeah.
little dog. Why come back?
I get that.
So people don't get it. Yeah, don't get it when you come back. But I think it should be like this. I think people should go live abroad for a few years and then come back and bring that experience with them and try to change things here in this country.
I think also like Western countries kind of work the same. Like if you're French, you're gonna go live in Germany for 2 years.
Yeah.
You're not gonna stay in France for your whole life. It's just silly. You need to go for 2 years, go live somewhere else.
Experience the world, come back.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't come back, that's fine as well.
That's a common thing. I think the British do, but also I think the Americans as well, where they have a gap year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where before,
if you're rich in America, you can do that. But
yeah,
if not,
but if you work,
work,
I mean, if you work and save some, you can actually save some money and you can afford it.
Sure.
Here, if you work, you can't.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You can
save that money.
If you're American, you can sort of backpack around the world because you just kind of go to Thailand and tell people, "Hey, I'm American," and people go, "Oh yeah, we trust you. Come on to your house."
Exactly.
And if you're Romanian, they kind of, "Oh, hey, I'm Romanian. I'm backpack. Fuck, get the fuck out."
What are you trying to steal?
We don't need you. Yeah, if you're Romanian, you need to stay in hotels, properly book it like months in advance.
Exactly. No, but it's funny because for me at least, you know, whenever I come back, I always try to make extra certain that I don't speak Ramglish.
Okay.
That I'd don't use American words because I'm, you know, my friends can always be like, "Oh, Mr. Big Shot forgot his language now."
Yeah,
you know, he has to use American words now. Like, I always try to make sure to not give them extra juice to make
I really
fun.
hated people that spoke Ramglish when I was like 19, 20, and now I kind of, we need new words in Romanian. We need somehow to bring new words here.
That's true.
New concepts, yeah.
But also, I think the English language has something like 1 million words. The Romanian language, I think it's something like 124,000 words. We count the hundreds as well.
Well, I'm not sure.
We need an import of words if we're going to have like a complex language.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we definitely have a complex language when it comes to swearing.
That's true.
In terms of swear words, I think Romanian is slightly better than English, I would say.
No,
In
it's
terms
more
of-
creative in the use of words.
Yeah. And what you go after in that person. Right?
Yeah.
So it's
And yet all Romanians swear in just a couple of them.
that's true. That's very true.
This is how I feel. I'm still. This is when I'll know I've made the switch to being more English than Romanian. As right now, if I get hurt or something, I swear in Romanian.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Somebody cuts me off in traffic, I can't go fuck you. I just go pizda mătii.
Exactly. And nobody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. The catch though is not because whenever something happens and I'm on the street in the US and something will happen to me and I'll go whatever. It's fine if I do it out loud in the US, but if the same thing happens here and I'm loudly just exclaiming things, right?
Yeah.
It's sometimes people will be jarred by it in Romania, so I have to make sure to turn that off. Maybe switch it. Maybe
go fuck here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like motherfucker, ce-ai spus nimic. Yeah, just switch it up.
Okay.
But you do have to be careful, Radu, though. In London, there's a lot of Romanian people.
Yeah, that is true. And I feel like sometimes if a Romanian dude cuts me off, and then I kind of figure out in that split second that he's Romanian and then go fuck off, du-te în pizda mătii, then I feel extra proud. I feel like...
You hit the target.
Yeah. Because then also Romanians don't want to be noticeable.
Exactly.
When they move out of the country, they want to blend in. Mm-hmm. So if you sniff them out that they're Romanian, they take that as an insult.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love to play... Most people say that I sound like an American. And I like to play this game with somebody that doesn't know me. And it's an annoying game, but I like to play it. People go, "Oh, so where are you from?" Yep. And I go, "Guess." And they're like, "Oh, Kansas." And I'm like, "No, I'm not from the U.S." Then they go, "Canada." I go, "No, I'm not from this hemisphere." And then they're like, "Oh, UK," but with the weird accent. So I just like to... I'd like to stretch it out as much as possible. And when I say Romania, they go, "Oh, interesting. I think I heard a little bit of a..." No, you didn't hear anything. It's just it's cognitive bias. You're like, "Oh, now that I know you're foreign, I'm going to pretend like I heard something."
I was talking with a fucking lady that I hate. She's a comedian. She's fine. But she was
Let's not say her name, yeah.
Yeah, we're not. She was telling me that you can tell apart Romanian accents from Polish accents.
No, you can't.
Yeah, fuck off. You can't. You're just trying to appear cultured.
Is she British?
No, she's British.
Okay.
Apparently she spent time in Hungary or something. She still can't tell the difference.
Wait, she spent time in Hungary and so she can tell Polish and Romanian accents.
They kind of think, well, I've spent time in Eastern Europe.
Oh, okay.
It might be the same. It might be the same.
Yeah. Wow.
No, it's not.
Yeah. People try to pretend that they're
Yeah, no, it's
I think Eastern Europeans are sort of the same. We just have like different languages.
of course, and different, I'd say some cultural differences a little bit,
Yeah.
right? I mean, when I say Eastern Europe, people go, "Oh, you're Slavic." I'm like, technically,
Almost, not really.
not really.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, how do you say yes?" Da. Oh, okay.
I think we're like 30% Slavic or something like that.
It's like religion, some words.
I think just the vocabulary wise is 30%. I don't know why I know the numbers. I think I read a Wikipedia article at one point. But I think it's honestly something like 30% of the words are Slavic. Prague. And Prague, I know.
No, that's good.
It's a nice city, yeah.
Serbian. Oh no, the door.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
The door thing. Yeah.
But it is a nice city.
It's a very nice city.
It's also a nice city. Yeah. Yeah, it is. They have like comedy in English every night of the week there.
In Prague?
In Prague, yeah.
That's
It's
true.
one of the top 7 cities in Europe
Wow.
for comedy in English.
Oh, that's right. So where do you like doing English comedy in Europe the most?
I think Berlin is the nicest.
Nice.
But then it's also like the Scandinavian countries. They tend to be up for everything. I'm going to Finland, which supposedly I'm going to Finland in April. I've never been, but I heard they're really into talking about suicide, and I have something like 20 minutes of material on suicide. So I'm really
So
excited
you're just
to go in
gonna
there.
blend right in.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, the Scandinavian people, they have the most money and they go for everything, but then they don't really have fun, and alcohol is really expensive there. But then if you go to Prague, you don't get paid as much, but you can buy a shit ton of booze with that money and everything.
Prague, not Berlin.
Prague. And then Berlin, the booze is pretty cheap as well. And Berlin I really love Berlin for it feels like it's the only city that you can be like in Europe that you can just call yourself a Berliner. You don't have to be like German. You don't have it. It has its own thing.
Nice.
It almost surpasses the national identity. And I think half of the people there are from outside of Germany, and they don't speak English and they don't speak German.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Berlin is pretty good.
That's really cool. But I mean, do you feel like Romania is gonna get to a point where English-speaking comedy will be?
I think the reason why it's not bigger here it's because the Romanian scene did so well. So when we first started, I remember the first couple of years in Romania, people were kind of going, yeah, but we've seen Comedy Central presents, and comedy in Romania just kind of sounds a bit off.
Yeah.
But now the whole country just sort of got used to comedy in Romanian, and they're not really that interested in comedy in English.
Interesting.
Like the mainstream one is in Romanian. Most countries have their own language and then an English-speaking one, but it's the discrepancy between the two. I don't think it's as big as here in any of the other countries. It tends to be bigger in the country's language, except for like I'm gonna say, I don't know, maybe Germany. I don't know.
But see, it feels like when big names come and they do English comedy, right? Do they have Romanian openers?
Now, depends on the big names.
Okay.
So a lot of big names, they travel with their openers.
Sure, but so they don't have any local like
And then
flavor.
It's like Louis C.K. He sells tickets here, but then Todd Berry, he did like a European thing, and he was sort of afraid to come to Romania.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just huge names sell well here, but
Okay.
then there's ways to go.
But I think that's another reason might be that the expat community here in Romania is not as big as the one in Prague or Berlin, or like there are not that many or as many English-speaking expats here.
Most of the expats just come for like a year or something, and then they rush back home.
I mean, why would they? It's such a lovely country.
I think it's a nice country.
No,
and then,
it's true coming from the two people that don't live here, but you know.
Yeah. I'm entitled to say fuck off, both of you.
Yeah, exactly.
just go back to your country that doesn't want you.
Jesus.
But do expats do you see expats at like Romanian shows? Do you see people that like look kind of puzzled but they're trying to learn?
Rarely.
Okay.
Rarely.
Okay.
There are a couple of English shows here in Bucharest. There's the English open mic, obviously, and there's another place, Mojo, that does English comedy shows. I think the owner there is British. So
it's basically like the expat pub in London. But they do it like a couple of times
a year, basically.
A year, yeah.
But that's it. I mean, most shows are in Romanian for Romanians.
So yeah, and going back to Prague, it's at least one English-speaking show every night of the week.
That's cool.
amazing.
Yeah, that sounds
Some
cool.
nights like 2 and stuff.
So for you, it's better to be in Europe because you get to do like this huge.
Yeah, this is nice. And also, I feel like America sort of had its time. I just
For you or in general?
In general, it feels
Okay.
like okay, it's time for another power to rise.
In comedy.
In comedy, but also in everything.
Okay, cool.
It's sort of, come on, we've had America for like the last 50 years.
We've
come
seen
on,
it.
Yeah. I think it's going to be something in Asia. It's going to move.
Okay.
I don't think all throughout our lifetime, America is going to stand as the number one country in the world.
Sure, generally, but what about comedy?
In comedy as well, yeah. Because it's sort of it's too far from all the other places. I think it's been the number one in comedy for the longest time because it's sort of also been the only one in comedy for the longest time.
Yeah.
It's been like competing with the UK and Australia and Canada. So yeah, you're gonna beat those. But now that there's like all it's not the English speaking scene in Europe is pretty good, but also in Asia it's like 3 times as big as
Wow.
Europe. Yeah, Asia's fucking hell. Just people. I know people that just open micers from London that are on Comedy Central Asia with like, because there you get like you get like 3 million views very quickly.
Holy heck.
Yeah, because there's 2 billion of them. How many? 3 billion?
I think all like if you consider like
All
China
of Asia?
and, all of Asia. I think-
3.5, 4 billion maybe?
I think most of the world's population lives in Asia.
Yeah, it's billions.
Yeah.
Billions.
Yeah, after a certain point, it doesn't matter. It's humongous anyway.
Cool.
Yeah. So
I never
it's
knew that. Yeah.
Sure, slowly but surely, it's going to overpass New York.
Wow.
I think New York is still the best place, but it's still I don't know. It's also the fact that it's. I think there needs to be for good comedy to develop. There needs to be a place where people don't make money for a while, because otherwise the business people kind of get involved and they fuck it up because they don't really understand it. They put it they put it very in order for everything to run smoothly, except the comedian soul. All the comedian souls get crushed, and I think that's how New York and London sort of start. Like LA definitely,
LA for
and
sure.
then London and New York slowly.
Wow.
Like people, I know, dude, Al Lubel, he was shitting. I shouldn't say that actually. Okay,
We're going to cut that out.
that's fine.
Sure.
I don't think they're gonna watch it. But they were even shitting on like the nice comedy clubs in New York as being because it's so hard to get in there, and when you're in there, you never take a chance. You always just gonna
Do
your
the
thing.
safe thing.
you do the safe thing, and eventually the safe thing is gonna become the boring thing.
Yeah, that's true. So Tony, did you ever think, oh, I wanna go back to London just to do stand up?
Well, the thought crossed my mind. I think when I last saw you on stage,
Yeah.
and I saw the Eastern comedy show, I thought maybe I could give it a go.
Yeah.
And then you started doing the open mics, the English open mics here in Bucharest, and I tried a few, and I think I think I could do it, but I would not go back to London to live there. So I could try English shows. London, Berlin. I would definitely try Berlin.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't move back.
You wouldn't move back to London?
London, no.
Interesting.
No,
Yeah,
I love this place.
But you're born in Bucharest, right?
Yeah, born and raised.
Okay, I'm born in Vaslui, and it's what I like.
Oh, I'm
Bucharest.
sorry.
I like. Okay, that's fine.
I'm joking.
No, I've always liked Vaslui.
When did you leave, Vaslui?
Like when I was 19.
Yeah, that's how much you liked it.
But then you'd have to leave. Like everybody left just to go to college. It's sort of That's the thing. Like out of my high school class, I think there's like 2 people
That
still
stayed?
living there.
Wow.
There are more people living in London out of my high school class that are living in that.
That's
town.
amazing.
I think it's similar for Botoșani as well.
I'm pretty sure we have like more people in Copenhagen.
Did you go to uni here?
Yeah,
Or-
I did University of Bucharest, and
And then you did your master's?
I did my master's and then PhD. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But see, like for me, I lived at home during college,
So
which
didn't
is
that suck?
yeah, a little bit. But like I whenever everybody was like, "Oh, I'm going home this week," and I'm like, "I'm going home every day." I don't see anything weird about it. But I understand the feeling of like having to leave to be able to do something, and it kind of felt that way of like, "Oh, I'm gonna like leave Romania to like do something else somewhere else."
So how old are you when you first lived alone? Or without your parents?
I was actually 15.
Okay.
I did a year of high school exchange.
Okay.
I went to the greater Kansas City, Missouri area, Lee Summit, Missouri.
My
Shout
sister
out.
did that. She went to like Indiana.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's stayed like a family there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere. I mean, not in the middle of, like, Kansas City is a great place.
Yeah.
I don't want to get any hate mail. It's really nice. It's just that, like, it's...
I'm gonna say it's like Buzău of.
Sure.
If Buzău was a bit further away to Bucharest.
Yeah, exactly. And, maybe less crime.
Less crime than
Yeah.
Buzău. I think Buzău is a very crime.
I don't know.
No, it's like Brăila and Galați.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, those are the stereotypes.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so you lived alone at 15. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that year, and it was fun. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
I first got placed with a family that didn't quite want a foreign exchange student.
Okay.
And I don't know why they did it. And then after a couple of months, I got moved to a great family, and it was like a lot of fun. But
yeah.
I knew I wanted to go to the U.S. when I was 10, I think.
Oh yeah, me too. I just because all the TV and everything, it was from the U.S. So you'd have to. You wanted to be in that high school.
That's true.
I felt like I didn't want to fuck a girl when I was like 15. I wanted to fuck an American girl when I was 15. It's sort of that's
interesting.
They seem the original ones.
When did you first see stand up?
I was like 14. Oh no, stand up. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
No, but like American stand up.
American stand up. I saw it was either Seinfeld or the Comedy Central Presents ones, or the Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Oh yeah.
They were both all kind of in that same period. It
Oh,
was definitely it was Jim Gaffigan was one of my first favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
I opened for him like a couple of months ago, and it was like
Humble
a big
brag.
Yeah, very big. No, but very big thing for
Of course.
for the little kid and me. I didn't really mean anything.
Did you tell him that he was one of your?
He didn't really want to. He's a cool guy. He didn't really want to hear the fan story.
He's like, thanks for the 15 minutes. Thanks for warming them up.
Yeah, we can talk about Prague and
yeah.
Eastern Europe. I don't really want you to tell me how you saw me when you were a kid.
How did that show go?
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah.
And it was in
prepared
Prague?
and everything. Yeah, in Prague.
I love how you said I prepared.
I prepared. Yeah. Well, I actually cared more. There's the level of caring I put into every show. Because if you're over prepared, that also kind of makes you be a bit jittery.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
find that, I don't know. But then also, if I have a show every night, I can't prepare for like 3 hours beforehand. But with that show, I kind of like 3 days beforehand, I was gonna going, okay.
This is big.
Yeah, what am I gonna say? That's fine. Okay, how long do we have? I think we need to cover more of 44? Okay. I think we need to cover more of Tony's childhood.
Yes, please.
No, we're good with that. We're okay.
I read a lot of psychology.
It was
If you want, I can ask you a bunch of deep questions.
It was a fast, normal childhood.
How old are
I
you? when
developed early, and that's it.
Okay, so you were the strong guy in the group and everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you have other strong friends or weak friends?
No, I think there were a few other strong friends. When you live in Botoșani, there's certainly to come across another big guy as well. So there's.
So it was just strong friends, but were you strong friends? Did you ever do like mischievous stuff as strong people?
What he's saying is, did you bully people?
I never.
No, I was gonna ask if they stole car radios. Honestly.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm assuming bullying people. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
You can do that even if you're a small guy in Botoșani.
No, I never stole anything in my life. But
Not even a joke?
Maybe I did bully a few people. Maybe, I don't know.
You might have. Okay.
I might have.
Did
when
you-
I was young and stupid, yeah.
Did you contact any of them back or?
No, but I
Would you
mean,
contact? Do you feel bad about any? Did any of them kill themselves?
no, man.
Because we have a couple tonight. No.
It wasn't like that. This is not Jerry Springer. What the fuck?
Okay.
No.
Did you think
You know.
of okay? I'm gonna send an apology message.
I think I did apologize just after being the bully. I mean, I was never a bully in my heart.
Yeah.
So if by mistake,
you're just
run you
scared, then
over,
you kinda, Okay, that makes
awesome.
sense. And when did you see comedy for the first time?
When did I see comedy for the first time? I think one of my first shows was Robin Williams.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
He's crazy.
in
I love it.
in college, university.
Okay, yeah, I think I remember that one. The one when he had like a shit ton of bottles of water.
Yes.
Like a golf
And
bit.
then I came across Eddie Murphy, George Carlin, and then the rest is history.
Okay, so in
I was hooked.
college.
Yeah, in college.
Yeah, people were copying CDs, and that's how I got.
Exactly. You got lots. There was. I don't know if you remember, but there were these huge networks that you can set up your computer to. Like if you lived in a dorm room, you had access to everybody else's hard drive, and you
like
could
LANs,
find
right?
LAN networks, and you had access to movies and stand up and music and I don't know, everything.
Yeah, Kazaa, LimeWire, all the good pirating websites.
So yeah, I mean that was the first time when I
Mule, yes.
Mule.
Yeah, I had those. Well, I just had like smarter friends that were able to download it mostly.
Napster was a big one.
Yeah.
At that time.
Did you use Napster for comedy or for porn?
Music, MP3s.
Oh, okay. No, but not Napster. What the other one? The one for like file sharing downloads.
The file sharing one was there for everyone to make use of. So you had access. Like when you joined the network, you had to.
Of course, no.
You had to put something on.
But I'm saying, what did you use it for?
Oh, movies, music, and stand up.
Nice.
There was, and I think you could also find like projects,
viruses.
projects for your university and stuff like that, like books and.
Oh, nice.
There was but mostly movies and music.
Okay. I had just CDs from people. I had the CD with porn pics and like 5 porn movies. But I think I got that in something like 10th grade, which would have been 2002 or 2003.
Mm-hmm.
What year do you guys think you saw your first proper porn movie?
Movie?
Yeah.
Ooh,
like even if it's 5 minutes, but it's proper porn, not the what you'd get on TVR.
Definitely earlier than 2003. But I think I'm a little older than you are, though.
I'm like 30. When were you born? I'm born
83.
Oh yeah, I'm 86.
Yeah, same, 86.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you remember?
I think it was before 2002, because 2002, 2003 was when I went to the high school in America, and I had already seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's porn in America?
Well, they had dial-up, so
okay.
It was a pain in the ass because I had to I didn't have my own computer.
Okay.
So I had to wait for everybody to be out of the house, because if I downloaded a JPEG, it'd be 45 minutes.
Okay.
So I was just like, oh god.
Would people be exchanging CDs at school?
No.
Okay, it was frowned upon. Yeah.
Yeah. No, illegal. You wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't do that.
Oh, so pirating was very bad.
So. Yeah.
Frowned upon.
Except physical pirating was horrible.
Yeah.
But if you found files online, and then sure. But I was always afraid of downloading viruses into my host family's computer.
Okay.
Just deathly afraid of it. Because then I'd have to not only explain it to them, but explain it to my parents.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, I'm a kid.
You'd think at that age you'd have to explain it, but they would immediately know.
They would get it. Yeah.
They would kind of go, that's fine.
Yeah, it's like, you're a teenager. Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
But you think you'd have to go through, well, see, Mom, I started getting pubes 40 years ago.
Well, no, actually, what I do remember is I think the host family had a collection of cassettes.
Yeah.
And I think through those, there were a lot of American movies in the 80s and 90s that were they were this close to porn.
Yeah.
And I think it was Porky's, Revenge of the Nerds, movies that were just, you would not be able to make them today because they were just extremely out there.
Yeah.
And that was just well, this is good enough for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
what I remember from my sister's school exchange or whatever, their friends was like 2 years in advance of our friends, or like 2 or 3 years. They were kind of like they were on season 7. I think they stopped Friends when I was like in 12th grade. So my sister just told me Rachel is pregnant, and come on, that's a fucking Rachel is pregnant with like another guy that isn't even in the show in Romania yet.
Did you actually watch Friends?
Oh yeah. Didn't you watch Friends?
No, I watched Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
I watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
And there were a couple other like comedy.
I was with MASH, Bundy.
Yes. Yeah. Married with Children, MASH. There were a couple more.
Cheers,
yes. Cheers always.
Taxi.
Cheers always depressed me for some reason. I don't know why.
Cheers and Taxi, both of them were weird.
I think I started watching Cheers when I was in college, and I felt all of a sudden I kind of wanted to own a bar. I had that dream for a while.
It was
because
cool.
of that.
It was cool. Yeah. I think the guy. What's the name of the guy?
Ted Danson.
Ted Danson.
Yeah.
He was gorgeous. I mean, like his charisma was off the charts.
Yeah.
So you would look at it. Everybody wanted to be him.
I always felt like he wasn't a real person. Like with Friends, I could relate with the characters.
He was
He looked like nobody else I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
He looked like somebody from a different era in a different country.
100%.
Yeah. So I never really found him as pretty as like Chandler.
As Chandler?
Yeah. Chandler looked like a person. So
you can relate with Chandler easily.
Sort of, yeah.
I mean,
I could see why Monica would fuck Chandler. I couldn't see. So Ted Danson was fucking the other. What's the
I don't remember her name.
The Kirsty, the one that got fat.
Well, no, Kirstie Alley was after. She was the second one.
Yeah, that was
the first one was somebody else.
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but yes.
But all those like the sex leads in that sitcom, they didn't really look attractive to me. Same was in MASH.
MASH was
you had the one with
the blonde.
But the blonde with big hair and weird old looking face. I don't know how she was the sexual lead in that.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean...
Major Houlihan.
Yes, Major Houlihan, yeah.
Houlihan.
Yeah, Hot Lips. Hot Lips of Houlihan.
Hot Lips.
Yeah.
But those lips were definitely not hot. Not for us, anyway.
I mean, they were in a war zone in Vietnam.
And she was the only one.
She was, for them, she was attractive. So
For them, each other was attractive.
It makes sense in the story that she was the very attractive person.
Okay. I think we need to wrap it up because people have probably tuned out already.
Oh, I mean,
but basically,
why not?
So we're doing the English speaking open mic every month here at every last Monday of the month, and we have March and April to go. So come in and see the show. See people like David, who, by the way, I didn't mention this, but I want to mention really quickly because I'm a bit starstruck. You're one of the first people I ever saw on TV.
Oh, thank you.
So I don't know if you guys recognize him, but
you probably don't.
There was a show called Abracadabra when I was little, and they had like two children there. It was like Abramburica.
Yeah, and Abramburic. Yeah.
And you're Abramburic.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't Abramburic?
No, I was So see, you didn't even recognize me properly. So
I just know Abramburica and the guy.
Yeah. No, so there's Abracadabra, and then there was like an ensemble cast of 8 or 9.
Okay.
And then the reason why they brought me on and then a bunch of other people was to host the news for kids.
Okay.
So we did Pro TV Junior. The like news for
you're
kids.
like Michael Che.
Sure, a very white, very unfunny Michael Che. But we also did a bunch of like made-for-TV little movies, like a bunch of shows. So we were part of the ensemble cast.
Okay.
But we weren't the leads.
Oh, so the Abramburica and the other guy.
Yes.
Who's the other guy? What's the guy's name?
His name is Joe.
Joe. Okay, yeah. But he never. What is he doing now?
He's a director. He directs.
I'm kidding.
He directs. He's a dubbing director. He directs like all of the.
I wasn't kidding. That's close. So he works in media, but
he still works in media. Yeah,
sort of in the back. Yeah.
And then a bunch of the other people, sort of like my peers, kind of went into media a little bit, and then they transitioned out and they do other stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I was on the show for about a couple years. I did. I even had a song. Like every couple had a song and like a music video. that the music video we did was incredibly racist.
Is it still on YouTube?
It's
Can
not
you still
on
find
YouTube.
it?
It's
No?
not.
Do you still have
Do you
it?
have it on a cassette tape?
No, but the girl in my couple uploaded it to YouTube. They made it private, but I still had the link.
Okay.
So I would show it to people, and now it's gone.
Okay.
It's
So it's blackface or
no, it talks about, by American standards, it's racist. It talks about little people.
yeah.
At one point, we like a Japanese couple just walks by out of the metro, not related to us anyway, and both of us just like bow incredibly like.
Oh yeah,
know,
but that's not
like-
racist. That's more to show that you know international culture.
Sure, but they were just like weirded out by two kids dressed in like, you know, clown outfits, just bowing to them.
But were they randomly there?
Yeah, just randos.
Okay.
Like it had nothing to do with the. We just. I don't remember if they gave us that line or we just did it because we were
Okay.
just like bowing.
I think that's pretty smart for like
Pretty cool,
7-year-olds.
Sure. The song was about a little person with a big nose and a little person with a small nose talking about whose nose is prettier.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, it's just.
I don't know. I think the big nose people can be proud of their big noses.
I mean, sure.
I think a lot of people find the big nose attractive.
Yeah, I subscribe to that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
talk to girls and shit. That's fine. Okay.
on
Well,
that happy note.
On that happy note, I think we need to delete and try again next month.
Sure.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here. Thank you, Tony, and thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
Radu.
me.
Thanks for having us.
Okay.